Good evening, or should I say, good evening.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Blah, 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 blah.
I'm Sean,
I'm Aiden.
I'm Tyler.
and this is
Podcast.
Vampire Minute Talk Show.
No, Podcast Minute Talk Show featuring vampires.
Wow, what a great intro song. I'm glad it's the same one every time.
They should have a new note in there or something.
Yeah?
Spice it up.
Some,
That's jazz, baby.
That's jazz, baby.
some maracas.
That's life, baby. Guys, welcome back to another episode. We are on episode, what is it, 21, Sean?
21, early 20s. They say in your early 20s, best years of your life. Let's make these the best episodes ever.
Yes, guys. We're going to make all the same regrettable mistakes that people make in their early 20s. We're going to have a kid.
It also
We're not
means
going to know about it.
It also means our brains have stopped developing. So, jokes aren't going to get any funnier. That's for sure.
Well,
Yeah, well, it's tough when you've reached the peak of the Himalayas and you're looking down on the other two co-hosts.
yeah,
Truly
it is
a
tough.
lonely existence.
Yeah, it is tough for me. Thank you for thank you for speaking for me, though.
Well,
I appreciate it.
I'll-
I'm humble, so
I'll always be here to tell your
it's hard for
story,
me to
Aiden.
talk about
I'm always here for you. That's
talk about that kind of
that's
stuff.
for sure.
Guys, if you're listening,
How?
the podcast, the people above us, the people who own radio, television,
We call them the boys upstairs.
Colin Boyle's upstairs. They're getting a little fed up with us. Apparently, we've moved down. We're no longer the number one improv comedy podcast in Zimbabwe. We were number 2 for a couple of days. So
Do you know who replaced us?
honestly, I don't pay attention to the competition because the only competition I see is in a mirror.
Oh.
Yeah, baby.
A mirror?
A mirror van.
Well, we introed this as vampires. I don't know how you could see anything in the mirror.
I'm like a loose vampire. I can shift in and out of vampire form.
Ew.
I was bitten by he only had 1 teeth.
Yeah.
But anyway,
what
are you?
Yeah, you know how there's something out there where a monster steps into the moonlight and then they transform. I do that with sunlight. In sunlight, I turn into a mummy. Regular light, I'm just me. And then in moonlight, I turn into Care Bear.
You ever seen H2O just add water?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
I wish I had that power.
A horror
Yeah.
story.
No, literally, imagine every time water touches you, you immediately fall and turn into a mermaid until you dry off.
That'd be awesome.
That's-
That'd be so great.
Terrible.
It is. And you gotta dry off your fish parts, which is just sounds horrible.
It's scaly and slimy too.
Can't go. You know how many times I've gotten wet?
What?
I just realized a major problem for those girls. And I think you guys know exactly what I'm thinking of. I think you guys know exactly what I'm thinking of. and I
Runny
wanna know-
noses.
Yeah, I'm wondering, you're in the middle of hooking up with a dude. All of a sudden, your nose is getting runny
I think you go into that situation kind of prepared.
for the possibility of turning. I wouldn't want someone I'm hooking up with to.
Well, Ben Shapiro's wife says that women aren't supposed to get wet. They're supposed to have dry. They're supposed to be dry down there.
Does Ben Shapiro's wife say that?
Yeah, and he bragged about it.
Ooh.
Guys, as we were to revert it all back, the radio people aren't happy. They said that they want something different. They want more from our podcast. They emailed me. Fortunately, Sean and Tyler do not have a business email.
We're off the grid.
Our manager Colin does, but he doesn't use it, so he wouldn't have told them. Anyway, they want it for this episode, so unfortunately we're gonna have to, the big boys want it, so we have to do this. They want us to Ryan Johnson Subvert Expectations. So fortunately, this podcast we're gonna be subverting expectations left and right. You're not gonna know what hit you. It's gonna be just as good as, and hopefully just as well received, more importantly, as Ryan Johnson's Star Wars, the Last Jedi.
Yeah. I'm
so-
sure it was the last one.
This podcast is similar to Podcast Minute Talk Show. The last, I don't know. I mean, it's not the last podcast. The last.
Yeah, it would have to be a
last.
noun. It would have to be.
Tyler, you're the human thesaurus, as we call you.
Yeah, and I'm a human.
What am I supposed to find
heart
out?
palpitation.
I'm the human centipede.
What am I supposed to find a word for?
Instead of the Last Jedi.
What is if podcast is to Star Wars? What is
What is
Jedi,
to us?
the final
Final.
final
you can keep the
friend.
last. You can keep the last.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
the
So I have to
last.
find a synonym for Jedi that works for us.
Yeah.
Priest.
Warrior, knight,
Monk.
fighter, monk is pretty good. Last monk, maybe.
Last microphone.
Ooh.
No.
The last.
Microphones are like lightsabers.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
One. Who's to say?
Who?
What's not to say?
I can make a pretty.
Dr. Dre.
I can.
Okay, this is turned
Is
into...
it gay
Hey,
to
hey,
play
hey.
putt
Whoa.
ball with a friend?
And this is exactly what we were looking for with Subverting Expectations.
You guys
It's
didn't
turned
expect
into
me to sing
Rap
that
Minute Talk
Eminem.
show.
You guys didn't expect me to quote Eminem, but we did it anyway, and that's the theme. We know we're subverting expectations. Get in. We have a very special episode. You know, up later we're gonna have an oil tycoon businessman guest.
Oh yeah, I guess we are.
Super excited about that. You know, so you got to stay listening. And then even later, we actually have the best guest interview on Podcast Minute Talk Show ever. He's promised us he's the best guest in the whole wide world.
Yes, best guest in the whole.
He's so
Just to clarify, not the tycoon, not the oil tycoon.
It's
no.
our later guest. We don't want to spoil it yet because truly we don't even know yet. But you know, since he promised us to be the best guest, I won't be involved in that because if it's going to be the best interview, I probably shouldn't be in the room for it. I could devalue
Aiden,
it.
come, that's not true. Aiden has to go pick up our TV.
No, they told me. They said, Aiden, you're going to ruin this interview.
Are you gonna go pick up the TV though?
Yeah, no, I'm going to pick up the TV.
Okay.
Yeah, I got to
But
get
yeah,
a TV for our new house.
Aiden would absolutely butcher it.
Well, this is actually also a special episode. Speaking of the TV, guys, this is, you know, to give some context, you know, our earlier listeners might be aware from the first few episodes, Sean and I talked about it, but
Yeah, OG fans.
OG fans of the Podcast Minute,
Back in
Podcast Minute Talk Show.
06,
Back
when
in
we started
06.
it out.
06 of March, March 6th, April 6th, we said, hey guys, our podcast is not being recorded in our usual Manhattan studio, and that's because we left it in March.
Burned it down.
Because due to COVID-19, we moved back up to South Jersey. But why am I picking up this TV? That's because me, Sean, my co-host and longtime associate / best friend, and Dave, the camera guy / also longtime best friend / also longtime Words with Friends #1 champion
in Zimbabwe.
We are moving. We are getting a place. Tyler unfortunately said no.
Tyler, yeah, he's got some business to attend to. He said with the roads.
Yes.
Don't know what that means.
Gotta paint them.
Okay.
Okay, man. Sure. They're already
Because
black.
he said he wished roads were blue.
Yeah, I don't know how
It's
it's
a
gonna.
good color. Okay.
It is a
I
good
don't
color,
know-
man.
Yeah, I don't know why you guys are like mad about it. But
Well,
whatever.
just because it's unrealistic.
Absolutely.
You have to get
riveting.
city.
Can you not? Do you not believe me when I say that I'm gonna paint the roads blue?
Yeah, I
Do
don't.
you think I can't do it?
Yes. I don't think you will.
Aiden.
Wow.
Come on, man.
Okay.
Look, you think he's
Yeah,
gonna paint
no.
the roads?
I've only talked about
city-
it like 1,000 times.
city's-
to you
yeah, you
guys
could talk
off
about
the
anything.
show.
Even if it's an unrealistic dream, it's our job as co-parents to raise him to be a kind-hearted person.
We should raise him to be realistic, man.
We should raise
The
him-
city will never approve
to
that.
be the last monk.
Podcast Minute Talk Show, The Last Monk. It's this episode, guys.
Guys,
We're here to subvert.
hey, you listening?
We're here to subvert expectations. How do we subvert it? Well, let's think, Sean.
Let's,
what's the first thing that comes to your head, and then say the opposite of it.
All right. Well, how are they gonna know what's? Should I say the first thing that's some and then the
No,
opposite?
don't even tell us.
I
Because
said-
you know they've been listening for so long. They know probably word for word exactly what you're about to say. You know, because they've just been listening for so long.
Everybody, you know me. You know my stance. You know everything that I'm thinking. I'm an open book, but I'm a book in an ancient language you don't understand.
But you know, if you had to say the exact opposite, throw them for an effing loop, as we say in the cursing industry.
A car, but inside out.
You guys know what he was thinking then, right? An outside-in bike, which is what I assumed he was going to say.
Bike is not the opposite of a car.
What is the opposite of a car?
I don't know. That's not something. You
Well,
have
it should
to
have been the
think
first. So
about.
what was the first thought?
The first thought? I thought a hole,
That's not the opposite of.
like a hole, like a fox would dig.
See that?
Because I was thinking like we're gonna subvert expectations, like he just stepped in the foxhole, and then you're gonna keep going. So it's not gonna be that big of a.
Well, see, the thing is, I do not believe that a car is the exact opposite of a hole, which is
it's not.
exactly
It's
what
not.
the kind of attitude we need on a subversion episode. You
Yeah.
totally threw me for a loop.
Yeah,
Congratulations, everybody! If you can clap in your cars or however you're listening.
If you want to jump real up and down real hard, clap that
Yeah.
way.
Dave said, "Take your hands off the wheel." Maybe take your feet off the pedal. Maybe
Take your
push that seat back,
your-
recline, and you've earned it.
Take your head off your neck, why don't you?
Just sit back and let your car do the talking for a while. Put it on cruise control and just wait till you're home.
Take a
you know,
nap.
you deserve it.
All right, so let's since this is kind of special,
Yes.
this subverting expectations.
Did I say why? Also, why it was special is because we're leaving this studio.
Oh,
This
yeah,
is the
you
last
didn't get to
episode
that part.
recorded in Dave's garage before we go back to our Manhattan office / studio.
Yeah, we are going on the front lines. In the day, we're going to be defeating COVID, and then at night, we're going to be recording. It's going to be a hell of a time. That's
And
for
also
sure.
reinstating COVID so that we can keep that other job in the daytime.
The good news, yes, exactly. The good our day.
We're going to push fake news at night so that people get infected.
The good news, what me and Tyler most said before, you know, we're going to be back. We're going to be on 6th Avenue, and that means we are going to find out if the naked flute guy who poorly plays flute on 6th Avenue is still alive or not. Tyler, what are you thinking, man?
I mean, you know,
Did he survive COVID?
I think yes. Short answer, yes.
I agree.
He's lived in the city for a very long time. I feel like he's built up a lot of immunities, and although COVID isn't really something you can avoid, I think he's got some trade secrets that he's not telling anyone.
It's like a strong
Yeah.
rat.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I think he's more than just what he lets on. You know?
Exactly.
You know, rats carry the bubonic plague. You didn't see any of them dying from it.
Yeah, you never,
Many who are infected are still alive today.
exactly. You know, rats carry the bubonic plague. Yet, do you know how many lives were saved thanks to the teachings of Master Splinter, so a supposed enemy of the state due to his plague? That's why we shouldn't wear masks, people.
That's true. The minute we kick our senseis to the curb is the minute that us as students truly lose the way of ninja.
How old do you think the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are, Sean?
Like now?
12.
12.
Yeah.
All right. Wait, so you know the movie, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, where they had disbanded, and then it was the animated one with Chris Evans.
Yeah.
And they're like, the years had passed, and they all got their own thing. How could they even still call themselves the teenagers? Because clearly they've alluded to like years and years
Well,
of
they were
passing.
12 at the start, and then they got to like 15.
Yeah.
I think that there was more. There was
I
like
don't think
a lot
they were
of time.
disbanded
Well,
for
first,
that
it
long
might have
in
been
the
5
movie.
well, first they had
years.
gone through a bunch of their adventures. You know, they had been the protectors in New York for a while, and then they disbanded for a long
And the
time.
lovers of pizza.
Yeah, and the lovers of pizza. What do you think the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles do better? Love pizza or slay baddies?
See, that's like, it's yin and yang. Two halves of the same whole. In slaying bad guys, there's always a love of pizza. And in a love of pizza, there's always slaying the occasional bad guy.
Yeah.
So,
Speaking on slaying bad guys and subverting expectations,
yeah.
Tyler, let's subvert, bro.
Yeah.
Why don't
Disassociate
you
with
tell
us.
us about your day, and Sean and I maybe we'll react in a way you wouldn't expect, dude. We want to hear it. Tell us about how your week has been since we last spoke.
I would
Well, do you want
absolutely
week or
love,
day?
I would love to hear it. It would
about
be
your,
so good.
Oh my god.
So go on, please.
Talk about like what?
Do you want the week or the day? You said
Both.
two different things.
both? Oh, the more the better.
the more
please.
we want it. Oh, people are so excited.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess for just today, I woke up kind of late. My alarm didn't really go off.
Did you shit the bed?
No, thankfully.
It's a good day.
Oh
did
wow, so
piss
you
the
really
bed.
are subverting expectations today.
Woke up in a cold sweat. I think I had a nightmare. I don't remember what it was though. And then
That's the worst though.
Should
Yeah.
we try and dig up your repressed nightmare live on
let's not.
Podcast Minute Talk
I
Show?
don't
Let's
think
do it in a week when we're like.
Let's go through
when
your
it's not
biggest
so
fears,
fresh.
and then we'll list down which ones we think could be the nightmare.
Yeah, what's the easiest? What do you think is the easiest fear that you have to deal with, Tyler? Abandonment or
Yeah, probably losing loved ones.
oh, that's easy.
Loved ones.
Just don't care about them.
Who do you love, man?
My mom, my dad, my sisters,
Yeah.
my like extended family, friends and stuff. You know,
Huh?
Friends like
Friends like who?
I guess you guys. Yeah.
So by extended family, like, do you mean like second cousins and stuff?
Well, like grandparents and junk and like
I don't know.
closer cousins. But
I think
don't-
we're-
I
So
don't
you
know, I
think
feel
that
like-
we're I would hold you two above all my cousins, but I guess the same cannot be said.
I think so as well. I think we are closer than grandparents in terms of blood relation.
I agree with that 100%, man.
blood relation?
Yeah, I think so. Well, think about it. Grandparents are
Oh, I forgot about our blood pack.
all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're blood brothers.
What I would love to do truly
I'm first
is,
brother, you're second brother, Aiden third
Yeah,
brother.
I would love to cut like two slits from, Sean's left cheek, 2 slits from each of your cheeks, Tyler, and then 2
Slits?
slits, yeah, like 2 knife slits from my cheek, and then we all just put our heads like right next to each other, and we just stay there for hours until eventually we're literally brothers because all of the blood is transferred, and we just have one sense of blood.
It mixes.
Shared circulatory system.
I think that would be cool. You think that's awful?
Yeah, because because then I can't share that same feeling with like a loved one.
What do you mean? Now you
we'll
just-
have to like
We're
share
not
a
stuck.
loved
We'll
one.
we'll come apart once the
As
blood
brothers, you just gained all of my family and all of Aiden's family.
is. Yeah, you gain a lot more
okay.
loved ones that you can have fear
That's a really
over
good point.
their deaths. You'll have a lot
You
more
don't seem like
anxiety.
convinced.
I
Tyler,
was
you
don't
don't
believe
believe
me.
Well, no, I was under the impression that we were gonna like stay stuck together, like by these cheap
Is that why you're
cuts.
upset that we're not?
Yeah.
You want to
Yeah.
stay stuck
I
together?
have
Yeah, I
work,
do.
man.
Could you imagine if we got fused?
I gotta do the show.
If the three of us got fused into one person,
Like in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 8, would we have 6 balls?
there are plenty of
Ugh.
other non-niche.
Like in the episode of
Things you
Jimmy
could
Neutron
say.
where he switched with the hamster?
There you go.
That's probably
That's-
a little less niche.
Yeah, that's not it though either. That's he
Can you give
switches
me-
brains with a hamster. He doesn't.
No, his head is on the body though.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is a parody of the much more famous Fly
yeah.
and Man story, which I don't even know what it's from. What is that from?
What?
The guy who like switches his
I think
brain.
it's a
and
super
Jeff
old.
Goldblum.
It's like an
Jeff
old one.
Goldblum. Oh, I think that was right.
No, because he creates a teleportation machine and then he hops
The
in. He's
fly
testing it.
gets
A
in
fly
it.
At
gets
the
in
same
it,
time
and then
they
like
switch brains, or
they don't switch brains. Like him and the fly fuse or whatever, and then over the course of the movie, he like slowly like degrades into this awful, disgusting monster.
That's kind of cool. That's
Wait,
kind of like puberty.
maybe
It
I
might have
don't
been
know
called
what this is.
It might have just been called The Fly, but Jeff Goldblum starred.
I hate movies like that, man.
Really?
Oh,
They
they did
freak
that-
me out,
they
dude.
did
Is it
that
just
in,
body horror, or is it just like the thought of?
just like that, like what is the rest of his life going to be? Like that shit really freaks me out.
think he
like,
dies at the end.
Exactly. That's how they. Oh my gosh, dude. Even like comedies, dude. The Incredible Shrinking Woman. They used to freak me out. This woman is shrinking, man. She's going to be a molecule, man. Like they're not thinking ahead this much. It freaks me out.
Yeah, they're just using her to like open doors and stuff.
Yeah. Well, she was living in a dollhouse for a while. Her kids stopped respecting her. Like stuff like that, man. Like how are you going to discipline your children when you're 2 inches tall?
Oh, it's like that Bug story. It was like a written novel where some dude wakes up and he's just this huge beetle, and his family just like hates him, and he just dies.
Granted, okay.
He just dies from sadness.
Yeah, he like just dies in his room because he won't eat anything because he can only eat like garbage and stuff now. It's the only thing that's like palatable to him.
How
and
much
he just
were-
like gets so disgusted by himself.
How much were all these authors repressing that they came
I
up with
don't
such
know.
depressing, terrible concepts?
In 8th grade, we had to watch this movie. It was like an
called The
anti-war movie.
Metamorphosis.
It's called Johnny Got His Gun, and in like the war, all of his body parts and his face and shit is blown
Oh,
off. So he's
yeah.
alive. They don't even know that he's like his brain is like fully intact. Like he's like they just keep him alive because they're like, oh, like let's see how this fucking plans out. And he's like eventually he's just like he's just keeping track of like days by like knowing when like vibrations when people come in, when his nurse bathes them and shit, and like he can just read the vibrations of the room and tell people to go in. And then like he falls in love with like he knows it's like a one-way thing, but he like falls in love with his nurse just because it's like the only like affection he has. And then eventually he's like tapping his head, and the nurse doesn't know what's up, and then she brings in someone from the army, and he's like, that's SOS. And he's like, and then in SOS he like figures out how to communicate, and he's like, I want you guys to like show me all, like bring me all over the country, and use me to like anti-war and show what can happen. And then the military guys are like, no, we can't do that. And then like his next thing, he just over and over again just says, kill me, like just kill me, kill. And then the nurse like after they leave, the nurse is like tries to, because she's like kind of grown like sort of attached. Like
Attached.
but not like
as
in love
much
with
as you
him.
can be
Yeah.
attached to a freak.
And she feels bad, and she wants, so then she like
monster.
she fucking clogs his like breathing tube so that he's dying, and he's like, we hear his monologue through the movie, he's like, yes, yeah, like he's super happy. And then the like general comes in and like fires her and like undoes the tube and shit, and
he'll live forever,
It
right?
has haunted me since I've literally like,
That's terrifying.
oh, especially when I first watched it. I remember like going downstairs like that night and watching TV and being like, I just can't think about anything but this movie like in my thoughts right now, and it makes me so sad.
Similarly, there's a similar story that it's an episode of The Simpsons where Homer gets his mouth sewn or his teeth like sewn shut because he has like braces or whatever. And finally, when he stops talking and learns to listen, he truly finds that his daughter Lisa is actually kind of cool.
Oh, that's so nice. You know what's interesting? There's also an episode of music that I really like. It's by Kanye West. His mouth was sewn shut through a wire, so he had to make this whole album with his mouth sewn shut. And then by the end of it, he realized, like, you know what? Doesn't matter if I can't like talk over Kim. Like, her ass is fat.
Yeah.
You know.
Even
though they weren't together when
about?
even though they weren't together when he made that album, he still thought it. I guess.
All right, everybody, we're about time to wrap up this segment.
So wait, we got to take a quick break.
Yeah.
I guess we could keep going for a whole hour. I guess that'd be pretty subversive.
That would be subvertive. Or since we just told you that, it would be even more subvertive to take a break right now until we bring on our next guest. We'll see you in just a second. He's an oil tycoon. Goodbye. Welcome back to Podcast Minute Talk Show, guys. I hope that you enjoyed that break. I hope you went to the bathroom, because if not, you're not going to want to take a break during this interview. We have oil tycoon Wob Tonka here to tell us about his business. He didn't really give me much info other than his name, but we're excited to have him nonetheless.
Hello, it's me, Wob Tonka.
Hi, Wob. May I say, it's a pleasure to have on a businessman. We've had on a lot of stupid celebrities and stuff in the past, but it's good to just get back to the basics, pal.
Please, I'm not a businessman.
Oh, really?
I'm an inventor.
An inventor of what?
wow.
Oil and jobs related to digging up oil.
That sounds exactly like a businessman, but I'm not one to judge. So why don't you tell me more about how that's inventing, and also what's interesting about it worth talking about on a podcast?
You see, it all started when I grew up.
Oh,
Yes, I had to grow up from a very young age.
yes. What age?
Yeah.
My father invented a serum to grow me when I was 1 year old to the body of a 23-year-old. Although I did not have the brain of a 23-year-old, I spent the next 23 years learning how to act
Act.
like an adult.
I think you learned over the course of 23 years. Like,
No, I was at 2 years old. I had the body of a 23-year-old. Getting laid every day did not help.
it didn't help me either.
Although now I've been castrated, I feel fine. And no longer do I have such terrible lioness sexual urges.
So, question, just for the viewers at home, how old are you mentally?
Mentally,
Now, how many years have you been alive, not body-wise?
what does that mean?
How many years have you been alive, not what your body is?
23.
You're 23 years old.
Yeah, my body and mind are 23 years
You
old.
appear, and physically you look, what, 44?
23.
Did the
it
serum
stay-
maintain like your 23-year-old body?
Yes, as soon as I turn 24, I will start to age again.
Oh, okay.
Naturally.
Okay.
All right.
So then that part is, I would say, not necessarily interesting
This
anymore.
is. Can I
us.
get back to the oil?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It was rude of us to interrupt.
It was so rude.
Oh, sorry. You just reminded me of when we spill oil.
What did I remind you?
You guys were so agreeable and just let me I just was able to keep on going. It happens all the time. Oh, did I spill that oil? I'm going to keep drilling.
Really?
And the U.S. government goes, go right ahead, Wob.
What about the possible animals that could kill the effects of the environment?
I've never seen an animal once in my life. My father did this so that I could become the perfect oil tycoon.
Not even on the way over to our studio, you didn't pass a squirrel?
Yeah, you've
Well,
either
I've seen
birds.
those ducks and penguins that live in oil.
Okay. So
You've seen animals that have suffered as a result of your business.
Why? They're oil's. It's just like water.
No,
No,
it's not.
Yeah, it
Thick
sticks
and
to their
thick-
fur
thick
and
to their
like
fur.
feathers and stuff, and it makes it impossible for them to swim.
Then
They
it's just
die.
like mud, and animals love icky mud.
They
not
don't.
penguins.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if they were penguins.
What did they look like?
Flightless birds.
Yeah, they were probably either that or it was a dodo bird, which is
Ostrich, maybe.
not around anymore.
My father hunted those to death ages ago.
I believe it, man.
Fully extinct.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
How
you know
old
his
is
next
your
target?
father?
Who?
Bitcoin.
Well, I think Bitcoin did that to itself, man.
I don't know. I don't even understand anything about Bitcoin.
Neither do I, if I'm being honest. Tyler, do you?
It's cryptocurrency.
Can you give maybe like the briefest explanation that for us and maybe for listeners who don't know?
Please.
I don't know
You
how
seem to
it-
know more than me.
I don't know how it gained value, but pretty much it's just used as money online, and it's more expensive.
Why
than
not just
US
Venmo?
dollar. Because Venmo just has a direct like transition from U.S. dollar to? It's just a means of.
What's the point of using a Bitcoin over using
I don't
actual
know.
U.S. dollars?
I don't fucking know.
That's like the one thing I want to know right now.
Professor.
Professor, subvert some expectations.
What are cryptocurrencies?
Sorry. I meant to tell you this earlier, but this episode we are subverting expectations like Ryan Johnson throughout. So if you have any information that would be subverted, something we would not expect, I think the listeners would appreciate it. We would, and I know the guys up in radio would love it.
I have a few secret plans I'm keeping secret.
Could maybe we
All right, I'll tell you all 5.
subversion?
My first plan is actually 4 parts, so I only have 2 plans.
Okay.
Part 1. Open a big factory that makes oil.
Yes.
yeah.
Part 2. Sell cans of oil to all the robots all over the world.
So
They become a wonderful drink for robots, and they're happy.
Okay.
so
This
we
is
don't.
pretty far off in the future, I guess.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Okay. Part 3. In each can, there's always something on the back. A joke.
Okay. So is this like a Laffy Taffy sort of situation for robots?
No, it's
No.
it's a serious serious thing.
Could you give us an example of what one of those jokes would be?
So I would come up with all of them, and each can would have a different joke.
Really?
Yes, I'm thinking I could probably pull it off. I've been writing down jokes for the last 23 years.
Could we have one of? Can we have one of your fine jokes, please?
This is one of my early ones, I'm sure you can tell.
Yeah.
Why don't squircle peg fit in square hole? That just be life.
Do you have any more recent ones? Because that's a little outdated. You know,
Yeah, it
back in
doesn't sound like
back-
a joke.
That sounds like something we might have heard back in 1997, not 2020.
That's when it was. Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
But do you have any ones that are more relevant to anything going on now?
yes. I guess I could flip, to the end of the book.
Yes.
Oh,
Thank you.
because it's closer to the end.
I would assume. Oh, because you're close to the end.
That was it. That was the joke.
Oh, and you would put that on a can?
Yes.
But don't people need the context of the earlier stuff?
My number is on the can, so they can just call me up if they never understand the joke, but I doubt I'll get any calls. And I put my personal phone number on there, my house phone, because I still live with my father, because that's how confident I am. No one will ever not know what a joke is. If you don't get it, you are human. These are meant for robots.
Yeah, I was about to say I'll give him the benefit of the doubt because this is like robot humor.
So-
and it's just too complicated for us to understand, I think.
Yes, robot humor is kind of like those scary movies, the ones where they parody 6 scary movies and they're over the farting jokes
Yeah,
and
yeah.
sexy jokes.
Before we go on to part 4, and I do want to get back to your 2-part plan, 2-step plan,
It's
4 parts.
It's a 4-part plan, 2 steps,
2 steps.
2 hemispheres.
I do want to ask, when you say robots, are you talking like way in the future, or are you thinking now? Like, there's plenty of
Yes,
robots.
yes.
You're thinking like Siri
like
and
microwaves
and
and
microwave.
fridges and
I was thinking more like Alexa, like things that actually have artificial
I've
intelligence.
never met her.
Oh, really? She works for Amazon.
Oh
She's a robot for Amazon.
no, we're taking that down.
Okay. Well, we can
wow.
probably delve into that.
We need plenty of trees to build my factory.
I just ordered a palm tree off of Amazon yesterday. Would
Really?
you like it?
Huh?
Would you like it?
What?
The tree I ordered off Amazon yesterday for my new room.
Yes.
I'll give it to
How
you.
many can you give me?
I only ordered 1. Maybe we could split it.
I'll take 1.
Okay. Well, then sure. Yeah, I'll order myself another one. Anyway, I guess now, so we do know Tyler, that he's not speaking of the future. He's talking about robots
Yeah, I
into
guess so.
current day. Could we
Yes,
hear-
no, when your microwave is technologically advanced to become sentient.
Oh, so we're still talking in the future.
So we are.
No, yes.
You're just thinking common appliances,
they're-
but smarter.
Their origin code becomes activated and they gain sentience in the next 2,
Years? Weeks?
Days, months.
Months?
I forget the business word.
If you had to give a rough estimate, and do you know, in terms of time, do you have any sort of time that?
Moon cycles? I'm not
So
familiar.
days?
I'm not
I don't know.
So days or
cycles
2
of the
months?
moon.
I would say 2 months.
A
That's
moon
a moon cycle.
becoming the full moon,
Yeah.
and then it gets destroyed, and another moon is
Yeah,
replaced.
so he's confused.
Okay.
Let's disregard that. He's talking about 2 months. So in
Yeah.
2 months, you know something. At this point, we've gotten that. I don't think there's anything else we need to, drag out of that. But
Please, we haven't gotten to the fourth.
Yeah,
I would
part.
like to
This
know
is
about
I
part
think
four.
we
most
should get
exciting.
on with
yes,
this plan.
I'm excited to hear it.
Hidden in 5 of these cans are special golden tickets. These golden tickets will permit you access to my Wob Tonka's wonderful oil factory.
Oh my gosh, really?
Wow.
Yes, I saw it in. It was an original idea.
So you saw it in
Really,
your
yeah.
brain?
Yes, I saw it. My father created a device that allows me to sync up my brain to the TV. I was
So is anything original in your head
Yes.
then?
What was your father's name?
My
He
father
was a great inventor, I'm assuming. What was his name?
Wob Tonka.
Wob Tonka.
Yes.
Did he invent anything Tyler and I may have heard of?
That's tough. You don't even really see his inventions coming. They're dropped from a plane.
I was thinking, yeah,
Yes.
like Nagasaki.
Gesundheit.
Anyway, so now that is truly insane. Part 4.
Yes.
What about
What
the
about
second?
step
Yeah,
2?
step 2.
Step 2.
Yes, is that
It's
just
a
one part?
separate plan.
Oh, well, earlier you said it wasn't.
No, I had 5 plans, but one of them is 4 parts.
Oh, you're right. So then,
So
but
he
then,
only has 2 plans.
so what's
Yeah.
plan 2? Are they in order?
I plan to what?
Are they in order?
What's your second plan after your first 4?
The second plan is already being enacted.
Oh, so they're not.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes. Very simple.
It's an anthology.
Assassinate Kim Jong-un and take his place.
We actually had him on the podcast.
Yes?
Yeah. Well, Tyler,
You're just gonna brush over the fact that he's already enacting a plan. He's in the middle of
Oh.
enacting a plan to kill Kim Jong Un.
you know him?
Yes, I know him.
How is that plan going?
I know everything about him.
Tell me.
Well, you see, my mind is so powerful that I'm able to even see what other people are doing remotely. One time when I hooked my brain up to the TV, I saw some sort of reporter and his producer friend actually infiltrate Vietnam, or
North Korea?
North Vietnam, and they were supposed to assassinate Kim Jong-un
Yeah, you're.
with a small breath strip on their hand.
This is a movie.
Well, I have a question. Oh,
You're talking.
were they
you're
really
talking
funny?
about
Were
the
they really
interview.
funny?
Yeah.
No, I did
James-
not laugh. I thought they were very, very silly for spies.
Did you do anything to Eminem when you were going through this whole thing? In the beginning?
what?
Like make Eminem gay?
What?
What point did you...
What are you even talking about?
I guess you started it. I guess it was on cable. You must have started it a little bit
Yeah.
through already.
Yes.
He was at the assassination.
Well,
part.
no,
Oh, it was just that part? I thought you might have watched the whole thing.
it was only 15 minutes that I was able to maintain
less.
my dream, and then those cursed black screen and white text came. It always says error, error, error,
Error.
lost
Really?
connection. Yes, it scrolls up.
Wow.
Do you know how to read?
Yes.
He's a 23-year-old man.
I
He
just
can
don't think it would
read.
say error, 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 lost
I've been
connection. He's
23
talking
for 23 years. You think I don't know how to read?
about spell oil.
Read my lips.
Spell oil.
Read my lips.
Okay, I'm reading them.
You are an idiot.
His lips, he might have verbally said you are an idiot, but with his lips, he said, like, you're doing your best. Is that correct, or did I misread them?
I saw that too. It was weird.
Speaking of subverting expectations, you two have not subverted my expectations. I already saw everything that you would say.
I was going to ask, have you ever seen us through your thoughts
Yes.
by connecting to the TV?
Oh God.
All right, Tyler, can you plug your ears?
Yeah.
No,
All
not you,
right.
Tyler. Not you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, man, I'm sorry. I forgot your name, if I'm being totally honest.
It's written on the front of all the oil cans your household appliances are consuming.
They
you
aren't.
serious?
They are not.
No wonder they're not working right.
Anyway, well, could you repeat your name? I know your dad's name is Bomb.
I never say my name.
Your name is Wob.
I was only.
Tonka.
Wob Tonka. Okay, could you cover your ears, Wob Tonka?
Thank you, Tyler. I can only say my name once in my whole life.
And you did it to tell me before the podcast started?
I forgot. So it just slipped.
Could you cover your ears for a moment?
Yes.
Just a moment. You're not covering your ears.
I'm turning off my hearing aids. What do you?
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to wave my hand when I want them back on.
Oh, sorry. I turned off my eyes as well. So if you are doing anything Visual, I will not be able to see.
We'll tap him on
Okay,
the
yeah,
shoulder.
that's
Make a smell. I can still smell.
Okay, we'll make a smell. Tyler, we gotta talk, man.
Yeah.
He's been lied to for like a lot of his whole life, man.
Yeah.
The TV thing, he's clearly not seeing his thoughts. At this point, I don't trust this guy, his father, at all. I don't even know if he was ever, actually 23 his whole life, man.
I don't know, it's
Because
weird.
I don't know what's true and what's not true, man.
He looks like just a normal guy.
I don't think he assassinates Kim Jong Un at this point. I don't even think he's a oil tycoon.
Yeah, he hasn't detailed his plan.
He's
like,
feeling
at all.
around or something. I don't know. He looks like he's looking at
He's
something.
like
His eyes are.
staring at me, but his eyes are off.
His
he
eyes
said.
are off. See, that's the other thing. I don't even think people can turn their eyes off. I think he believes he does, but I don't think it's possible. But again, I don't even know. This
Maybe
guy
he
could be telling the
placeboed
truth.
himself into it? I don't know.
Either way, I'm going to be. My expectations are subverted. I think he might be placeboing himself. Should we break the news? I think we should, dude.
I don't know. I think we might.
I'm
going
gonna stop you right there.
Have you been listening?
Have
this
you
whole
been
time?
listening? Because that's rude.
I subverted expectations and eavesdropped on your conversation.
Shit, dude. You must be. This is just like in Teen Beach Movie when they told the Teen Beach Movie 2 characters that they're actually characters in the movie and they couldn't live in the real world. This is just like that.
Yes, I too was born in a cartoon.
Which
cartoon?
What cartoon?
I was born in it's embarrassing.
Just tell us.
No, come
Let
on.
me
We
stop.
want to know.
No, just let's hear it.
My father told me I shouldn't tell anybody this.
Just tell us.
Why not?
Just as I should never say my name.
Was it Star Wars Clone Wars?
Star Wars
The Clone Wars.
the movie?
No, Star Wars The
No.
Clone Wars, the TV show. Animated.
There's a TV show?
Yes.
Yeah, there's a couple actually.
Oh my goodness.
Are you just saying that because
It's animated?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just like Star Wars Rebels?
Yeah.
Yes.
I always thought Star Wars Rebels was a bit watered down.
Yeah, it's like Star Wars Rebels, but with way less watered down.
Amazing. I have a third plan. I will go home and watch every season of Star Wars The Clone Wars.
It's actually on Disney Plus, which is, sorry for the little introduction, today's sponsor, Disney Plus.
Really?
Yeah.
Would you like to be sponsored by Tonka's Oil?
How much is it worth?
Each of you can get a can of
I'm
oil
good.
for every appliance in your home.
I'm good. What about you, Tyler?
Or,
Uh, yeah, I'll take the oil. Honestly, why not? I can just sell it later.
good boy.
It's like a couple cans. He said one for each appliance in our house.
Well,
Yes, you didn't let me finish though. You
Yeah.
will also have a majority of your body parts replaced to
Yeah,
be
no.
mechanical, just as I have.
no. What parts of you are mechanical?
My heels, so I can pop and lock easier.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yes, my hips, so they don't lie.
just real quick, because we do have to wrap this interview up, but I do want to
you
know.
sure?
Yes, we do.
Let me. I suppose it's 37 minutes, give or take, into the interview.
Yes, but I do have to know something. You know, you did eavesdrop, so you did learn about the fact that your life is most likely a lie.
Yes, my
Or do you
life
have
is
any-
like a movie.
Do you have anything to say, or are you still just living in denial?
There are 3 stages of grief, Aiden.
No, not true.
Stage 1,
There's 5.
get born. Stage 2, get grown up super fast by your father's serum. Stage 3, blow out the back of your stepmama. Stage 4, open an oil business. Stage 5, and I haven't hit stage 5 yet, overdose on your own supply. I plan to drink myself to death with oil.
So you see how that's possible, yet you don't see why the penguins aren't healthily living in your oil.
It's ridiculous. Penguins live in zoos.
Well, you forgot.
Smile and wave, boys.
You forgot stage.
That's what they say.
You forgot stage 4.5, which was come on the Podcast Minute Talk Show, which is actually just about to be complete.
This is such a small section of my life.
I'm sure it's
I
not.
doubt it would be one of my whatever.
I think this is what people are going to remember you for.
Unfortunately, all of us hosts are stuck at 4.5, the stage of
Yes,
grief,
we can't
4.5.
get past that. We do have the oil tycoon, but we can't overdose anytime soon.
Yeah.
You know what I hope they remember me for?
What?
Being the best goddamn dictator North Korea ever goddamn had.
And if that isn't subverting expectations, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what is. We will be right back with some subverted sponsors, but we're gonna have to take a quick break because Sean is probably gonna be fuming coming out of the bathroom, realizing we locked him out for our guest.
Yes, and call me if you don't get a joke. Bye.
I don't think we will. Bye.
Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome.
I'm back, and I hope that for the last 20-ish minutes you've been also listening to Silence in the Bathroom.
Guys, As you may know, to give you the briefest examples, but in case you aren't aware, we are not at that point yet where we have sponsorships out the wazoo. But when we are there, we're gonna sell out. We're gonna cash in. We're money greeting pigs. We're gluttons.
We're weak.
We're weak.
We're men.
But we want you to stay. We want you to stay listening. We don't want you, you weak-minded little sensitive babies to click off once we start selling out big time, and all of the flavor of the show is lost. So we do fake sponsors every week, so nothing changes.
Yes.
Anyway, we're about to get into them. This episode of Podcast Minute Talk Show was sponsored by Tyler's sponsors. Tyler, can you please give off yours?
That's right. This episode was sponsored by Wob Tonka's appliance oil. That's right. Jokes on every single can. It's great for the kids to kind of read, as long as they're robots.
Or drink,
'cause it's
I guess.
robot
Keep
humor.
in mind,
Yeah, but it's great. It's great for the
Are you-
robots to drink. It's
are you
perfect.
sponsored by them too?
What do you are? Am
Are
I?
you in? Because I'm not in on
We
it.
are a 3-person team.
I'm not in on the sponsor.
on the same
only
podcast.
As of right now, only 1/3 of Podcast Minute Talk Show is sponsored by Wob Tonka's. I don't know if you are.
I haven't been contacted.
Yeah,
Well,
so then it is-
essentially 2/3, because you're sponsored by
I told
my
him no.
sponsors.
Oh yeah, you're right. I technically yes.
I keep getting weird faxes though,
Really?
Yeah, that's
Like
probably
what?
him.
like closed envelopes with Tonka written on it.
Speaking of this week's episode, Sean, this week's podcast sponsor. You know how that relates, so go into it, man.
Yeah, this week's episode
Envelopes.
is actually sponsored by Disney Plus.
Disney Plus. Hey, Disney Plus is a prescription based, but you also have to buy Mulan. What the heck?
Oh,
It's not like the movie didn't get to go to theaters and make back all the money they spent on it. But it shouldn't get any money because there's no Eddie Murphy dragon.
isn't it
Guys-
like $24.99 too?
Yeah.
It's expensive.
Guys, speaking of that, this episode of Podcast Minute Talk Show is sponsored by enveloping, not envelopes, the product. I mean, physically enveloping yourself around another object. Envelopes. Do it.
Enveloping yourself around.
Yeah, like if I...
Enveloping?
No, enveloping.
It's
It's a word.
It's
It's a
enveloping.
verb. It's a verb.
It's enveloping.
Well, you might pronounce it that way, but where I'm from, I'm from South Jersey, but I was born in Camden
I thought
Hospital.
you were from
so
Africa.
I was raised in the mountains till I was
no,
13.
I didn't develop the accent from there though. I'm talking about where my accent was.
Oh,
I'm from the. We actually, we're moving back to North Jersey, the 973, so we can record a show in New York. So I've kind of got that. I guess the New York, North Jersey and South Jersey, like pork roll,
Shithead-
whatever,
shithead
What do they
accent.
say? Pork roll, and they say Taylor ham. It's like you guys might
Jersey Shore.
say enveloping, and you might be like, oh yeah, did you get the mail? Oh yeah, did you get the envelope? But I say,
No,
oh,
that's
I
not
want the
how-
envelope. I'm enveloping. So that it just goes the difference
two
between
different
New York
words.
and North Jersey and South Jersey.
Yeah, continuing with this theme of subverting expectations during sponsors.
We only get through 3.
Guys, continuing with this theme of subverting expectations, this week's sponsor has gone over 3 minutes. In fact, we might even go to 4. We're at 3:21 right now for this week's sponsors. So you know what? I'm gonna go a little crazy. I'm gonna throw in another sponsor. This episode of Podcast Minute Talk Show was sponsored by the color yellow, guys. Wear yellow shirts. Use yellow drinks. Drink yellow drinks like
Yeah.
Yahoo or whatever it is. Yoo-hoo. Yeah,
That's yellow, right?
Yeah. I don't know. I wasn't aware that the products were owned by the color. But I guess on a large scale, they kind of are.
Fear is the color yellow.
You know
as
who?
told by the Green Lantern.
You know who reached out to me about the color yellow?
Who?
Mr. Burns from The Simpsons,
Yeah.
because he's yellow. Guys, this is what we call comedy.
Yeah, you
it's
know
a
who-
comedy podcast. So because he's yellow, then I said Mr. Burns. I just subverted expectations. You thought you were going to hear a good joke.
Yeah.
You heard a loosely connected bad one, guys. We will be right back. In fact, I won't be, because we have the best guest of all time coming on. I know you guys have been hyped, and he's going to subvert your expectations so hard with everything except for the fact that he will still be the best guest of all time.
If your expectations are low, you'll be pleasantly surprised.
Welcome back, everybody, to a somber segment on 1 Minute Talk, or what the fuck are we? Podcast Minute Talk Show. Somber, I mean, because our great friend Aiden has left, and he actually was my ride home.
You're gonna have a long walk, pal.
Yeah, I
On
grew
the
up.
show now. Well, I'm sorry. You want to talk about that?
No, sorry. I mean, I grew up in the mountains. I live in the mountains. It's it's a long walk. Fucking go figure.
I just wanted to say, Aiden has left. Colin is on the show now.
Yeah.
He's our secret, super special guest that we're so excited to have. And We don't really know what's happening, but he's told us that he has a message.
Yeah, so the reason we had to tell Aiden there's this big super guess is his dad wanted to send me here to give you guys a heads up that some stuff's gone down between him and his mom. And
What?
it's looking like Aiden's parents aren't going to be staying together much longer.
What do you mean? Like,
Like Splitsville, you know?
They're moving. Like,
No, Tyler, no. They're getting the D word.
ew. They're going to become swingers?
No, Tyler. A divorce.
oh,
Yeah, and he sent Aiden to go, quote unquote, get a TV so that I'd be able to tell you guys so you'd be there to support him.
no.
Oh.
So what's
Yeah.
who's getting the TV then?
I don't really know. He didn't tell me that part.
Just as long as I don't have to get the TV, whatever Aiden wants to do, I don't really care.
Yeah,
So his parents are still gonna like love each other and be with each other, right?
No. Because apparently his mom's tennis coach, Gabriel, they fell deeply in love. And she has fled the state to the tropical island of Pennsylvania.
Fell for that swing.
Yeah,
He was an angel on the court.
and an angel in her heart.
But it's kind of a sin to love your neighbor's, covet thy neighbor's wife.
Well, they are neighbors.
I don't think it matters.
It doesn't count.
It's not. Well, yeah, I guess if you want to directly take the commandments, the 10 Commandments, word for word,
Yeah.
no one's ever committed any sins.
Yeah, they
Exactly.
They didn't say you can't covet thy tennis instructees.
These
Person.
balls. I don't know.
It's
Cause only coveting that I know is Gollum with the ring in Lord of the Rings. That's the
Yeah.
only. That's a gross covet.
I just remember when the Bible was in Latin.
Right?
when the
Oh my
Bible was
God. That's when we were actually.
What?
Come on, Sean.
No, I'm just thinking that like, wow, that's really when society was like.
At its peak?
It wasn't at its peak per se.
It wasn't even close.
No, not per se, but only one organization had control of all of the information.
There was still like rampant slavery throughout the world.
Yeah, I know, but like people didn't know what the heck God was saying. They had to listen to the priest. Now I don't know what the hell he's talking about.
So during like medieval
So
times,
nothing's changed.
What?
No, because now we can read
Yeah.
the Bible. Oh wait, people don't read the Bible anyway because
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
long and boring.
Yeah.
But then they act
Unless
like they
you're staying in a hotel, because then it's the free material they provide.
Every hotel stay I have, that's the first thing I pop out.
Yep.
I'm only going to start putting Qurans in.
But as I was saying, in medieval times,
I mean, they
because-
probably should, Tyler. That's a good idea.
because priests were the only people who were educated during trials, they would have people test if God, deems them guilty or not guilty by having them put
Flip
their
a coin.
hands on this hot iron. And if they got burned, it meant they were guilty. If they didn't get burned, it meant they were innocent. But the priests were the people heating up the irons. So the priests would just decide if they were innocent or guilty and then heat it or not.
Oh, that's cool.
Because they were the only like really thoroughly educated people. So they were like, yeah, no, I've heard all I need to hear. This person is not guilty. I'm not going to heat it up.
Get branded.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, yeah, nowadays, cops apparently just decide that and they heat up the iron and. Pew, pew. Yeah.
Jesus
We should make.
Christ.
Oh, that's what they should make. That's how we get rid of injustice, corruption.
What?
We make healing bullets, like from Overwatch.
Like from like from TF2.
Yeah, but in Overwatch, I thought it was always funny because she was. Everybody, all the girls out there who are confused. There's this healer class hero in Overwatch back when I played, and she would shoot her teammates to heal them. But I looked at the bullets. You can get up real close and look at them. They weren't bullets. She was shooting like mini syringes.
Yeah.
So like
With healing juice.
yeah, a game full of futuristic technology, and they couldn't even like put like a plus sign on a bullet and call it a day. They had to do like syringes, like whatever. Getting back to probably the main topic at hand. Is
Yeah.
How the hell are we gonna break this to Aiden?
Yeah,
I mean, it's not our problem now.
well,
it's
it
his
kinda
dad's
is.
problem.
He tasked me with this. That's why I brought it to you guys.
Well, so
Well,
we
you're
know,
you're just the messenger. You're just telling everyone what's going on. But we don't have to do anything. His parents are just going to deal with
His
this.
dad's going through a divorce. You think we can't do him this solid?
I don't
help
give
him
a
out?
shit.
that's true. That's true.
What do you have against Mr. Wall?
If I was a man going through a divorce, the one thing I would want is to not have to face my eldest son or my second eldest son and have his friends tell him that, that the divorce is happening. So we can assume. So his mom's gone, though. She's off the grid.
Yeah, well, not super off the grid because I think they're just in Scranton.
They still post on Facebook.
Yeah, because that's where Gabriel's family's from.
Yeah.
The crazy thing is, me and Gabriel were close before all this happened.
Really?
Yeah, so I kind of feel guilty about that.
Tell us about Gabriel, the man who stole Aiden's mom.
So Gabriel, he is about a 6'2" Hispanic man. Fantastic tennis player.
As expected from a coach. Of
Yeah,
tennis?
I met Gabriel at the park and we were playing tennis and I was like, "Damn, you are good." And he's like, "Well, yeah, I do this, as a job." And I was like, "Oh, so I'm not really that bad." And he's like, "No, you're that bad. You suck pretty hard."
Yeah.
I was like, "All right, you're being kind of a dick." And he's like, "Yeah, no, but I do this tennis thing." And I'm like, "Oh, my friend's mom was just saying how she'd really like to become more active."
Oh wow! Like
Were you the one that set up Aiden's mom with Gabriel?
I kind of did.
Colin.
I feel really bad about it, and I would really like your guys' help.
He didn't set them up in a romantic sense.
I thought they were just going to be playing tennis.
That's true.
Inadvertently, it's his fault.
Nah, I don't think so.
Yeah.
That's shifting blame off of Aiden's mom, who's a grown adult who can make her own
That's true.
decisions
Yeah.
and choices,
Yeah.
and Gabriel, who knew that she was married and made those choices anyway.
Well,
so.
it was a real love connection.
Doesn't
I'm sure
matter.
it
It's
wasn't
still. I wish cheating was illegal because all these thoughts that betrayed be fucking dead.
Sean, are you okay?
Simply put, I'll never love again.
That's harsh.
Simply put, these thoughts be tripping.
How many tripping thoughts have there been?
None yet, but I'm ready.
Working on it.
I'm ready. So what's Aiden's dad's plan? Is he moving away from Aiden too?
Well, I don't think so.
Really?
Yeah, I think he's supposed to stay here. He's just going to start drinking a lot more and hitting him more than he did. But he already hit him a fair amount, so I don't think it's that big a deal. Yeah,
I mean, Aiden's pretty strong. He can take it, I think.
he is. Have you seen his shoulders? Solid frame, let me say.
Strong oak. If we were all saplings, Aiden would be an oak tree. I would be a jungle tree because that'd be four saplings right next to each other and it'd be big. And Tyler would be
A cherry tree, so
Grape-
George Washington could cut him down.
grapevines.
That's not even a tree, but all right.
But
yeah.
you're so
I got
fruitful.
The, yeah, I got the.
You're so good. You so grapes and stuff are so nice and tasty.
Yeah, I don't
You'd
like
be-
this analogy
You'd
at
be
all.
so red and plump.
Uh-oh.
What?
I don't know if you guys hear that. Hold on, let me
What?
Sorry, I was just a call was coming through and I declined it.
What? Okay, what? What was that about? Who was calling you?
Aiden's mom.
Aiden's mom was calling you?
Yeah, I just thought it was a bit too much to have.
We could have had her on the show.
Aiden's gonna listen back to this podcast and he's gonna.
Well, she's. Oh, didn't he say he's listening live?
Oh shit.
He does a lot of stuff that's like not possible. So
Yeah.
all right, let's open up the phone channels and get Aiden's mom on, and maybe who knows, Gabriel might be there as well.
Yeah.
So-
I mean, I would assume they're spending all their time together.
I'm sure they're intertwined, so to speak. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah.
Like with penises and stuff.
No, like tongue and bottom mouth.
I don't twirl penises.
All right, here we go. Aiden's mom, you're on the line. Hello.
Hi, Mrs. Wall.
Wall.
Hello.
How you doing? How's Scranton?
I'm doing good.
So what made
What?
what made you want to leave Mr. Wall?
Gabriel.
Yeah, we got the gist of that situation at least. Do you want to talk a little bit more on your end? Like anything, get off your chest, like regrets maybe?
No.
None at all?
Is Aiden there?
No, not right now.
He's getting a TV.
Okay. Okay, I'll talk now.
That's all it took?
Yeah.
Okay.
You seem a lot more energized.
Oh, yeah.
So why'd you want to call in?
Why else? To tell my side of the story.
Did you feel we were misrepresenting you?
No.
Oh, so it was pretty spot on.
I'm glad you were also listening live as well.
Aiden's live streaming it right now.
Is Aiden with you?
No. I'm in Scranton.
Oh, okay.
How's he doing? Is he showing like his reaction?
Oh, I don't know. He's asleep.
So he was driving somewhere.
Oh my God.
Your son may be asleep at the wheel right now.
Yeah, I don't. Maybe he clicked the live button by accident, I guess.
I don't know how you would do that, but it's possible.
Well, he fell asleep at the wheel. Anything's possible.
You meant to click cruise control.
That's not what cruise control does, Tyler.
I know.
Tyler, you're making us look like idiots in front of Miss Wall.
All right. Well, let's hear your side of the story, Mrs. Wall.
Yeah,
I want to hear a little bit about why you abandoned Aiden's father and,
The man that
fell
loved
for
you
Aiden's father
and provided for you.
was a wonderful man.
So why'd you leave him?
Yeah.
He got in an accident, and afterwards, he just wasn't the same.
He didn't tell me anything about this.
Yeah. What was this accident?
His accident, completely unforgivable. Some man in some sort of moving, I don't know what it was. It was like a horse,
Sounds very mysterious.
like a mechanical horse,
Like a
car?
Mustang?
and it roared like a lion.
Is this a car? A train?
You are aware your son drives a Mustang, right?
Yeah.
Is
Oh
that-
yeah, it looked like it looked like a Mustang car. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, he just like he was my husband. Force of habit. My ex-husband was out playing street hockey with our good friend Dave, your cameraman, and they were playing and Dave was in goal and my former husband. Well, we haven't gotten divorced, so my husband that I'm not currently with right now.
Right.
Because you're with Gabriel.
Yeah, was in the middle of the street because he was shooting
Yeah.
the puck or the ball. I don't know.
Yeah.
Where you would be, yeah.
I see it coming. Music is blaring.
Did you tell him to get out of the way?
I didn't
Why not?
because I was in the house and I was making love to Gabriel.
So then you were cheating before the accident.
Yeah, but this
But
accident.
you were looking out the window at your husband playing street hockey?
Yeah, it's. Gabriel said he wanted us to watch.
Gabriel seems kind of messed up.
No, he wanted to watch David.
Who said that about me?
Sweetheart,
No.
you're on the other
No.
line. You're on the other line.
I heard somebody say that I was messed up for my own sexual habits.
Yeah, because you wanted to watch a man playing hockey
What is-
outside while you were having sex with a
What-
woman while
Okay.
cheating.
Hey.
Enough.
Hey.
Stop.
He was shirtless.
Don't
he was
fight.
glistening.
Don't fight.
I can
Okay.
appreciate the male form.
Gabriel,
right,
Gabriel never
that's
wanted.
fine, I
he was
guess.
cursed. He was cursed with tennis playing jeans. He always wanted to play street hockey, and there be Dave, strongest street hockey player in the county.
I wanted to flick the hockey stick, but instead I was cursed with wielding that racket. What a shame.
Gabriel, I told you,
Yes, dear?
hating on yourself like that is a load of racket.
God, woman, I love you so much.
God, you bear of a man.
Wait, were you cheating? Were you cheating on your husband in Dave's house or in your own house?
Tomato.
Dave and my husband usually went to Dave's house. They usually played outside Dave's
So
house.
you two were cheating on your husband in Dave's house?
in the main room because the window is to the,
Oh my
the main room
God,
shows
wow,
the front street.
wow. Okay.
It was quite romantic, Tyler. I highly recommend it when you're older.
Oh, it was so bad.
yeah.
It was so bad.
The craziest part was when,
Yeah.
Mr. Wall and Dave, they started to...
Yeah, they started to freak out because
Yeah.
Mr. Wall got hit by that car, that
Yeah.
silver
and
Mustang.
we didn't stop.
And that was the accident that changed him? Jesus Christ. And that so your husband got hit by a car.
That's pretty terrible. Like,
Yeah.
and you didn't go to help him?
I was
What?
ball deep. Someone was ball deep in me. With their tongue
Just
in my mouth.
hold on, wait. You clearly said ball, not
Yeah.
just one?
Does Gabriel only have one testicle?
Gabriel has
That is my business.
Gabriel, I need to tell them. Otherwise, they'll think we'll be doing sacrilegious acts.
You're already doing sacrilegious acts. You're cheating.
We have not.
No.
Okay, I'll hear your story.
Gabriel
in a sec.
has 2 uvulas. So when we tongue, he's balls deep.
Yeah, but you said ball singular.
Balls. He's balls deep.
Okay, so there's
But
My husband just got hit by a car. Can I please get back to it? Please, Tyler from Podcast.
I
Talk
hold
Show.
no sympathy for you. I hold
Yeah,
sympathy
I mean,
for Aiden for Aiden's father, but
Well,
not
it
you.
also- it
You were
also
cheating on him, and you didn't even
okay, but it
bother
also
to
sounds
stop this
like
car.
like Aiden's father was doing something with Dave.
They were freaking out because he got hit by a car.
No.
That's what they
Yeah.
said.
No, before
No,
that,
Tyler-
they were shirtless
Tyler,
and
you
sweaty.
should know
They're
that
playing hockey.
their sticks were out.
Yeah, they're hockey
Sticks were
sticks.
out.
Slapping balls back and forth.
Gabriel said himself he was appreciating the human form. Now, what does that sound like to you?
That's yes. What does that sound like to you?
does it
Muscular
sound like,
bodies.
Tyler?
Muscular bodies. I don't know. Maybe.
What? Why would they want to be so muscular? Clearly, he's not getting any action with his wife. I was boinking her. Oh my god! So why would he be so muscular?
You guys were looking
Yeah.
at Dave. You were looking at Dave. Dave's more muscular than Aiden's dad, I guess. I assume.
I had horse blinders on. I couldn't.
Why did you have horse
I couldn't.
blinders on?
I don't
For
know.
tunnel vision,
I couldn't see
guess.
I couldn't see the car coming until it was too late.
This story isn't adding up. All right.
It's
Well,
adding. You just have. Come on. You gotta believe me.
I don't believe you. You were cheating on your husband.
Unbelievable.
Ooh,
I
got,
can't even fathom this, Tyler. Why are you making me out to be some sort of scarleted?
Hold on, wait. Dave, do you have any updates on Aiden's live stream? What?
No. Aiden is.
Oh, I guess there's no updates. Well,
That's what I get for trying to include you, Dave.
Yeah. So anyway, Dave was completely fucking my husband right there in the street.
I don't believe you. You've only
He was crossing him up. He was fucking him over.
Oh yeah,
you've only
I totally
detailed
forgot-
hockey slang.
Hold on,
That's it.
wait. I totally forgot about the fact that for like 2 years now, the rapper Young Nut has been fucking Aiden's dad.
That is right. I knew about it all along, and I couldn't take it anymore.
Okay.
And you're only bringing it up now.
So this relationship is terrible. We can all agree on that.
No. Well, when Aiden was separated from his birth parents,
What?
that's when I think the trouble began.
Wait, is Aiden adopted by you, or
This
did
is-
you steal Aiden in the hospital?
This is all unraveling.
Hospital. No.
Did you just steal Aiden?
Yes.
Sean,
What?
Sean, what do you think about all this?
I'm watching Aiden's live stream, and I can't pull my eyes away from this. He
Aiden's-
is somehow dodging and weaving through traffic, fully asleep. And now the phone just fell over, and now we got a glimpse of the back seat.
He has 3 children in car seats.
Jesus Christ.
Where
Yes.
did he get these children?
I don't know.
Oh. Aiden has a habit of stealing babies.
I know this is none of my business, but I think he should probably return those children.
Yeah. No, I don't think he should.
Why not, sweetheart?
Because I think whoever finds it is claims it.
Okay, clearly this is learned behavior. He got this from you.
Learned behavior?
Wait, is that what you did with Aiden?
Yeah, they stole Aiden
2 years.
from
You
his
found
birth
him in like a car wreck?
2 years ago.
2 years ago. You found Aiden.
He's like 19 years old.
Yeah, we found him in a Big Lots parking lot, asleep at the wheel.
And he just accepted you guys as his birth parents,
We
despite.
we look exactly like his birth parents.
I don't know what to believe anymore. I don't know if you're fucking with us and you are his birth parents. And
I'm not fucking with you. I'm fucking with Gabriel.
Okay.
Tyler, even if this isn't true, this is golden fucking content. Don't you ruin this for us.
Tyler, this is great radio.
Oh shit, she heard me. Anyway,
Yeah, so anyway, that silver Mustang, I finally saw it. I went just with my mouth open. I couldn't even say anything because I was like, well, I don't know. It could work out for me.
What?
well,
Wait,
you were also
what-
inside at that point.
Yeah,
Was
yeah.
it Aiden that Aiden hit his own
didn't-
father?
Yeah,
You
if
didn't catch that
if you
detail?
couldn't- if you
No,
couldn't
I
pick
didn't really. I thought it
no.
was
If you
just
couldn't
a
pick up on it,
car.
yeah.
It was a common
well,
car.
no, she was saying it looked like a horse, and then Aiden's Mustang, and I was like, oh, was it like a silver Mustang? And she was like, yeah, it was a silver Mustang.
Yeah, it just could have been a car though. I didn't
no,
put it together that it was
Aiden drives that
Aiden's
car.
car specifically.
Yeah.
I should have said at the beginning it was a license plate that weirdly matched Aiden's.
It said AWOL 69.
Yeah.
Wow, holy shit.
First 7-character license plate.
Yeah.
Did Aiden just drive away? Like what happened?
Well, he was
No.
home.
Yeah, no, that was at Dave's house, so he did drive home. Aiden drove home. And my husband, his leg.
What about his leg?
They were able to fix it.
Okay.
But for 6 months he walked with this big boot.
Is that really what made you fall out of love with him, even though you were already cheating prior?
Yeah, you were already cheating.
Yeah.
Even
well-
though Aiden's dad
well-
was also cheating
Well, he
prior, but regardless.
he already did not want to talk to me at all.
Oh, okay.
Cause I stole a 17-year-old kid.
I mean, yeah.
Wait, so he wasn't on board with the plan to steal Aiden?
No.
Did he try to contact authorities?
No.
Ever?
No,
Okay. Well, he couldn't
listen,
have been that
if he-
against it.
If you know Mr. Wall, he has a very strong distrust of the cops.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Why do you think he's never gotten along with your dad?
Oh, that's true.
Tomato.
Bada bing, bada boom. Yeah, Aiden safely woke up, but not after the car rolled a few times.
Are the children okay?
I don't know. I think they were. I hope they were baby dolls because they're all in like pieces now.
That is horrible.
Yeah,
Shut up, Gabriel. Sorry, I'm tired of his interjecting.
that's fine. Let's hang up on Aiden's mom and his new dad. Or I guess Aiden's new mom and his new dad, because apparently those aren't his birth parents.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Conspiracies afloat
Wow.
here on Podcast Minute Talk Show. But I think that is an absolutely wonderful place to wrap this up. And next time, maybe when we talk to Aiden, we will absolutely not address this at all. So don't worry about it.
Yeah, no, if he was asleep, it's just better he doesn't know.
Yeah.
Oh, but how are we going to explain his mom being in Scranton?
That's for his dad to tell. Anyway. I
Yeah.
think that's,
And his dad's fucking Dave, so.
and Young Nut.
And Dave has
yeah.
no comment about this. I tried to give him a chance to speak.
Yeah, Dave's just on his phone, dude.
Yeah, well,
All
I mean,
right.
we should wrap it up.
That's Dave, though. He's chill about it.
yeah.
He said nothing to talk about. It's the
Podcast
truth.
Minute Talk Show is categorized under truth podcasts. That's right. Improv, comedy, and truth. So for everybody here at Podcast Minute Talk Show that's not in the room, that's pretty much only Aiden. I'm Sean.
I'm Tyler.
And I'm Colin.
What? They wrapped it up.